last time we learned that rate of radioactivity is proportional to
number of nuclei.
number of nuclei. So we will continue from there, right? So you have learned all of this in chemistry already, right? Chemical kinetics બધું rate અને એ બધી ઇક્વેશન આવી ગઈ ને
એ ત્યાં જાણો
એટલે ત્યાં થઈ ગયું છે ભણાવાઈ ગયું છે ને ઇન શોર્ટ બરાબર ને તો હું એ રીતે જ જઈશ રાઈટ વિલ ગો with more rate. Okay, so rate of radioactivity is proportional to the number of nuclei. That's the basic equation. This is like first order reaction. Okay, this is clearly like a first order reaction. I'm asking you to open the windows because the risk is much less outdoors in a well ventilated room than it is in a closed room. બરાબર એટલે ખરેખર હું તમને કહું છું કે બહુ એવું ન રાખો કે ઠંડી લાગે છે બે પેડ લેવાના પેડ બરાબર બારી ખુલ્લી રાખશો એવરીબડી વિલ બી અને બને તો જ્યાં એક દિવસ બેઠો હોય ને ત્યાં જ બીજી વાર બેસવાનું ઓકે હવે આ જેમ બેઠા છો એમ જ બેસજો ભલે આગળ ખાલી હોય પાછળ ખાલી હોય doesn't matter right you know it's the pandemic is about to end but that doesn't mean it's over already કારણ કે એક જણને કંઈક થશે ને એટલે અઠવાડિયા માટે સ્કૂલ બંધ થઈ જશે right so it's everybody's responsibility so coming to the point here so when we have rate proportional to the number of nuclei it gives very interesting relations and it gives the exponential law. Can you mark this number? R equal to R0 e raised to minus lambda t. હવે આવે છે આનો log વાળો ફોર્મ આવતો છે ln r equal to ln r 0 આવે છે plus minus lambda t. correct
2.30
હા log લખો એટલે 2.30 so we just have to repeat that okay એટલે એમાં કઈ બહુ વાર નથી લાગતી તમે એમ મેથ્સ સ્ટુડન્ટ ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન તો मैं मान लईश कि તમે પહેલાથી જ કરી નાખ્યું right so it's important to understand the physics that's it maths માં તમને વાંધો નહીં so first of all let's start with something called activity okay એટલે આપણે કઈ એક્ટિવિટી કરવાની નથી this is the definition of activity right so what is activity activity means rate of decay or disintegration rate of decay or disintegration alright rate of decay or disintegration that is called activity सीधी language માં in 1 second or in unit time how many nuclei disintegrate in 1 second how many nuclei disintegrate એટલે શું સમજાય છે raise your hand if you understood what is disintegrate okay see disintegrate means that if you think suppose this is uranium nucleus okay and it is going to emit alpha particle fine but it doesn't emit yet right so when it emits let's say it emits alpha particle so we say that uranium has disintegrated it's like bursting of balloon analogy જોડે compare કરો તો bursting of balloon is same as disintegration got it again integrate means to combine and disintegrate means to break સમજાય છે right another word that we use often in this topic for disintegration is decay right is decay clear please remember that okay so rate of decay or disintegration right rate of decay or disintegration is called what activity. Is called activity. Right? See, the name is actually very simple. Why is it called activity? Because if this is more, it means the sample is more active. એની અંદર બધું થાય. If it's very less, then sample is not that active. Make sense? Right? So that's why it is called activity. Now the symbol of activity is I. Right? Symbol of activity is I. Right? So formula લખી હોય તો first of all चलो ये फॉर्मूला आनी उपरથી લખીએ. I is minus dn by dt where n is number of undecayed or fine, that undecayed is good, undecayed nuclei. What does this mean? Now we formula always get. So first of all, think that whenever there is any kind of rate, there is always going to be differentiation. This is one example that we have studied so often in physics. dx by dt, that is velocity, or at least x component, right? So that's a rate of change of position with respect to time. If the I the rate there, okay, this is also a rate. So this is the rate of decay or the rate of disintegration. The rate of change of what? Forget the minus sign for time. Rate of change of number of nuclei with respect to time. Okay, then what's the minus sign? The reason is that n will decrease with time. The value of n will always decrease with time. Let me explain it by balloons once. Suppose in some room at t equal to 0 you have 100 balloons. Okay, that's how you start. Now, therefore the balloons are going to get burst, and so let's say after 1 hour the number of balloons is, let's say, 90. After 1 more hour, possible that they are 93. What is the value of n doing? Is the value of n increasing or decreasing with time? Decreasing. Okay. So now if I say, what is the rate of bursting of balloon? Suppose આપણે rate delta n by delta t રાખીએ તો શું થાય? Let's take the rate to be delta n by delta. Okay. Then you notice that it would be something wrong. What is delta n? Suppose you take this interval. Minus 2 by 1 hour. So would you say that the rate is minus 2 per 1 hour? એવું કોઈ ન બોલે. Make sense? When we say that we are talking about rate of bursting of balloon, the rate of bursting of balloon, would you call it minus 2 per hour or 2 per hour?
2 per hour.
Sure? 2 per hour, not minus 2 per hour. તો તમે માઇનસ લગાડી દીધું ને જાતે જો. Do you get what I am saying? This is minus 2, but you made it 2 on your own. મારે તમને શીખવાડવું ન પડ્યું. બરાબર? તો તમે માઇનસ લગાડો તો હું કેમ ન લગાડું? મેં લગાડી. Clear? That's why we have this minus. So when we talk about how many balloons have bursted in 1 second or 1 hour or something, right? It will not be minus, it will be 2. So you minus lagadu. Got it? Okay. So this is I. Another relation that we have already studied, but in form આવું નતું. ER. I proportional to L. આ क्या છે? Go through what we have discussed here. Go through. મળ્યું કે નહીં? How many of you could find it? Very good, Raj. It is not in this form, but it has already been explained why I is proportional to n. Think about it. अरे भूल गया. શું હતું? Rate of bursting of balloons is proportional to number of balloons. Same thing, rate of decay, that is activity. The rate of decay is called activity I, is proportional to what? Number of nuclei. Absolutely clear? I proportional to n. बराबर ने? So this is the mathematical form of what we discussed the last time, right? So let's call this equation 1. This is important. Let's call this equation 2. This is also important. Right? From equation 2 we can easily make one third equation by removing proportionality sign. We write a constant here, lambda. Wavelength nothing. Okay, so don't make that mistake. Okay, lambda છે પણ એ wavelength નથી. So what is lambda? Yes, this lambda is called decay constant, and as the name says, it is a constant. Right? Proportionality cardinal तो શું આવે? Constant જ આવે. Obviously. So this is a constant. Okay. So I is equal to lambda. So I would ask you to remember number 3. ભલે 2 નો યાદ રહે. 2 અને 3 માં બહુ ફરક નથી. 1 and 3. These are two worth remembering. Right? હજી બીજી ઘણી આવશે. So lambda is called the decay. Clear? Okay. Now we are going to combine equation number 1 and number 3, and from that we will be able to derive further relation. So by 1 and 3 together I will get lambda n is equal to minus dn by dt. Okay, now what to do? Yes, time to integrate. So if you simplify this, this will become dn by n is equal to minus lambda dt. Next step, integrate both sides. dn by n, okay, is equal to minus lambda, which is a constant. Put it outside. Don't need to put it inside. I believe you have already finished the finite integration.
No.
Right? So when limits move on, you can do it without limits also by putting an arbitrary constant c. પણ એ બધી મજૂરી આપણે કરવી નથી. Right? We will put proper limits like we have always been doing in physics. So you could say at time t equal to 0, number of undecayed nuclei is n0. N0 means at start, N0. Okay? So here if I am going to write t equal to 0, that is time is 0, the corresponding limit over here should be N0. Absolutely clear? बराबर है? Easy? Similarly, you could say that at time t equal to t, or at time t, number of undecayed nuclei is n. That's it. And both તમને એવું લાગે કે yes we are math students, તો તમે આવું લખજો n as a function of time. બરાબર, પણ હું એ બધું કરવાનો નથી. Clear? We can understand that n is a function of time, right? So n and t. Limits clear? Right. So હવે તો એના પછી હું સીધો આન્સર લખ નાખું, ચાલશે ને? Anyone wants me to derive it by doing integration?
No.
Integration કરવાનું log આવે, log માં log m and log b એટલે log f પણ b કરવાનું, ઓલી બાજુ exponential કરવાનું. Okay? તો આવી ગયો આન્સર. વચ્ચેના સ્ટેપ્સ તમારે લખવાના. બરાબર ને? તો n is equal to n0 e raised to minus lambda t. Right? Which number? 4 થઈ ને? Yes, so this 4 is very important. Alright. Now based on 4 and number 2. No, sorry, 3. Based on 4 and 3, I can write like this. Yes or no? Let's write what is 3 number again. I is equal to lambda n. So n ની જગ્યાએ શું લખ્યું? I upon n. Okay, just like that, just like this, if we talk about initial activity, okay, if we talk about initial activity, so symbol of initial activity should be I0. Initial means at t equal to 0. So t equal to 0 માટે I0 is lambda n0. Is it clear or not clear? ખબર પડી ગઈ? So from there you can write n0 equal to n0 by lambda. એટલે I લખો તો લખી લેજો. Fourth, right? આમ તો કઈ છે નહીં. Third equation છે I is lambda n, and then if you put t equal to 0, instead of n you get n0. એટલે initial, right? બધું સિમ્પલ જ છે. See, this derivation is very easy for math. There is no doubt about it. બરાબર? Simple formula, એકદમ simple integration છે બધું. But yes, there are many formulas. Confusion क्या ચાલુ થશે ખબર? When you try to solve questions, ત્યારે છે ને જલ્દી લાઈટ નહીં થાય કે આ ફોર્મ્યુલા યુઝ કરીએ ક્યાં આટલી બધી થઈ ગઈ ને હજી તો ઘણી આવશે, right? So cancel lambda and you get number 5. Okay, what is number 5? I equal to I0 e raised to minus lambda. Okay, so these are the 5 relations that we need to know, at least for the time that the other teacher does. But based on the discussion so far, we can write this one important sentence about decay constant. Unit of decay constant. Unit of decay constant. That is lambda. We are talking about unit of lambda. Okay. So there are a couple of ways to find it. Right? Is first of all લખાવી દો second inverse. Chemistry માં આવ્યું હશે. Unit of rate constant in first order reaction. આવે ને એવું general આવતું હશે ને એમાં તો first second third બધું. Okay, here we don't go beyond first, so don't have to worry about anything. Second inverse, third inverse, etc. Right? One that is used very often in this topic is year inverse. Right? So that's about unit of lambda. હવે કેવી રીતે સમજવું હોય તો અહીંયા જો. Do you remember from dimensional analysis, all the way from 11th standard, that power of a number must be dimensionless? For example, I am writing e raised to something. So this something has to be dimensionless. So if lambda into t is dimensionless, that means dimensions of lambda are 1 upon time. So you know 1 upon time. So second inverse, third inverse. Clear? Those are the units of decay constant. Right? So now going over to some more units. अच्छा पहले आपने आ derived KYC तो कही दो. What we have derived today is called radioactive or radioactivity exponential law. The name is so easy to understand, don't you think? It is called which law? Exponential law. Alright, it is called exponential law. Right? Okay, so now let's talk about unit of activity. If decay constant unit, there is the activity no unit. But if you look at the activity's basic formula, it would seem as if it should not have any unit. For example, if you look at I is minus dn by dt. Okay, title somebody though. Okay, this was the title of what we have just completed, right? Now unit of activity. So if you look at this, it looks like dn is a number. Again, dn stands for change of number of nucleus. So it's a number. It doesn't have it. dt is time. So it will have some unit. So you will like a second inverse over here. But it's, I agree, dimensionally this is second inverse. Fine. But it's not called second inverse. Right? We define a new unit which is called Becquerel. BQ. Okay, BQ. BQ stands for Becquerel. 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 Right? Name of a person. Right? So what is one Becquerel equal to? So one Becquerel equal to one disintegration per second. Short form dpx. Okay, I will look at it. So don't take the short form like 1 dpx. 1 disintegration per second નો મતલબ શું થાય? 1 સેકન્ડ માં એક બલૂન ફૂટી જાય. That is called 1 Becquerel. Got it? But yes, it's not balloons really, it's nucleus. So in 1 second, if one nucleus emits alpha particle or beta or gamma, then we say that the rate is 1 Becquerel or 1 dB. Fine. But you know, this is a very small unit. કારણ કે ઘણીવાર activity ઘણી વધારે. So a better unit is a Curie. Again, named after Marie and Pierre Curie. Right? 1 Curie, 1 CI. So CI or 1 CI, 1 Curie is 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 Becquerel. अभी यूनिट याद रखो. और alternatively 3.7 into 10 raised to 10 disintegrations per second. Fine. तो भागो ने still 30 minutes to go. Okay, ઓલા ક્લાસમાં તો આટલું જ પૂરું છે. Because this is all because of maths. બરાબર ને? તમે મેથ્સ વાળા છો, મને મેથ્સ નો વાંધો નથી. જવા દે. Okay. So this is where we're going to stop the theory. હવે આના sums કરી. બરાબર, equations તો બધી થઈ ગઈ. We can solve a few questions, right? Take your textbook out.
Second inverse and Becquerel are same.
Now, dimensionally same, but you know, normally we don't say second inverse is Becquerel. નહીંતર તો પછી એટલે આમાં એવું થાય, hertz is also second inverse. Think about it. બરાબર ને? hertz નો meaning શું થાય? per second. પણ એ frequency માટે હોય અલગ હોય. So you can't say that frequency of anything is 10 Becquerel. Okay? તમને આવ્યું ને? એટલે એ બધું ધ્યાન રાખવાનું. So although dimensionally everything is same, hertz, say second inverse, say Becquerel, but we don't use it like that. Okay. So કોઈ જગ્યાએ તમને જોવા મળી જશે per second લખેલું. Right? Okay. Let's make a list of what is important. So I, if required in tough questions, is minus dn by dt. This is only required in tough questions. Okay. One that is used very often is this. I is equal to lambda. Another that is used again very often is this. Okay, and one more that is used very often is. Alright. Okay, so these are the four which we normally use. Right? But based on the portion so far, This is what we normally use. These are थोड़ी lines थोड़ी देते. Okay. Now, what are these things? It is important to understand. I see in that many students get confused. Yeah, n શું હતું ને n0 શું હતું. So let's revise that. I stands for activity of that sample. Okay, then you have the nuclei, right? N stands for number of undecayed nuclei. Undecayed, that is the number of remaining nuclei. કેટલા ફુગ્ગા ફૂટી ગયા એ decayed છે, decayed. અને કેટલા બાકી છે, the number of remaining balloons, that is what is undecayed. Simple. Okay. N0 stands for
decayed.
Initial number of undecayed nuclei, means at start when time was 0 or when you started observing, at that time how many nuclei were there, that is called n0. That is it, right? Starting માં કેટલા balloon હતા એવું યાદ રાખો. Again, I0 is easy. It is the activity at that time, that is at starting, initial activity, right? And a lambda decay period. Barabar? Okay. Now hopefully book will have some questions કે જેમાં half life નો લખ્યું હોય, right? Example માં તો નહીં હોય. Okay, half life તો ભલે સમજાવી દીધું છે. If we don't find anything, we'll have to go to that. Go to the exercise, please. લગભગ બધા half life વાળા હોય એવું મને લાગે છે. There is this question A, એમાં જોવો તો એમાં half life લખેલું છે કે લખેલું મોસ્ટલી એવું હોય છે, but still taking chances. Okay. Okay, other
Time approximately the age of the cell.
એ બધા ક્વેશ્ચન સારા છે. Go to additional. T3 કદાચ થઈ ગયું without half. ના એ તો ઓલો કાઢી સોરી 20 બધા હાફ લાઈફ વાળા જ હતા દૂધ. નેવર માઇન્ડ, ચાલો આપણે ડિરાઈવ કરી જ નાખીએ, આપણે બધું પૂરું જ કરી નાખીએ એક જ દિવસ. બરાબર? ઓકે, તો નાવ લેટ્સ ગો ટુ હાફ લાઈફ ટાઈમ. એટલે અહીંયા આ બધી જગ્યા ભરાઈ છે. So what is half life time? Everything આવી ગયું ને? The time in which what? Rate of 2. Time in which? Raise your hand. How many of you know it? Okay. Right. Very good. Yes, Abhinav?
Sir, is the time my reactor of the reactant of concentration half to
So basically the time in which the amount of reactors becomes half, that is called half life. I mean chemistry language. Here reactant number is nuclei that are getting decayed. So we say that half life time, it is the time after which the number of undecayed nuclei becomes half of initial. So sometimes it's difficult to understand this sentence. Then I recommend that you see what I'm going to write. It's very easy to understand if you do it that way. It is the time at which the number of nuclei, undecayed nuclei, become half of initial. બસ આટલું જ છે. આ બ્રેકેટમાં જે લખ્યું ને એ હાફ લાઈફ છે. સિમ્પલ. n is n0 by 2. at that time whatever is T, that is called half-life. Clear? Right? So that's called the half-life time. So based on this itself, so here we can also write T half. Okay, T half. Okay. So based on this itself, we can derive the formula, right? Chemistry में derive करेंगे T half is 0.693 by K. એવું કઈ આવતું ને કે નથી આવ્યું? Yes, no. નથી તમે derive કર્યો half life time.
ટેકનિકલ ગાઈડન્સ ચાલુ જ છે.
સર તો કહે છે કે કરાવી દીધું એટલે હું તમને પૂછું નહીં તો હું શું કામ એવું પૂછું તમને
કાલે બે અલગ ક્લાસ હતા ને
પણ જનરલી સાથે જ હશે બહુ કઈ ફરક નહીં હોય નેવર માઇન્ડ ચલો હું તો કરાવું છું ડોન્ટ વરી રાઈટ સો T is T half then N is N0 by 2 so let's use આ બધામાં તમને કઈ ઇક્વેશન સુટેબલ લાગે જેમાં આ બધું આવતું હોય this is what which one
સેકન્ડ
this one
યસ
બરાબર ને
યસ
So let's do that. So you could write n0 by 2 is equal to n0 e raised to minus lambda t half. Easy. So હવે cancel કરી નાખો ને log લઈ લો એટલે થઈ જશે. So 1 by 2 can be written like this.
યસ
I'm sure you have absolutely no problem. 2 inverse,
Yes.
right? 2 raised to minus 1 is e raised to minus lambda t half. बस अब ln ले लो एक साइड तो minus ln 2 is equal to minus lambda t half. You know that when you take ln e is 1, log e is 1. ये वाला math में कितना था वो? So log in math you are writing log. In physics we write ln because generally in physics when we write log it means to the base 10. So I know it can be confusing for students. Isn't it? एक subject में आते लगे, बीजा में आते लगे, right? अच्छा, vectors तो मैं भणो छे ने. Do you write this or this? This one. Thankfully, हमारी मने है हमारी maths की book में जे नाम लगेलो तो physics की book में खबर જ ન પડે. પછી math ના પેપર માં એરો થાય અને physics માં 12. Okay. So minus ln2 is minus lambda t half. Therefore, t half is equal to ln2 upon lambda. Okay. And I seriously recommend that you mark up ln2's value. जो हજી યાદ ન હોય તો
0.80
બરાબર 0.693 ઓકે નાખો
30
શું કહે છે
30
ઈ થઈને આવ્યું જો કેવું થાય ખબર છે ln2 means 2.303 log 2. Okay, so now log 2 is 0.301. So when you multiply you get 0.69. Alright? Okay. Conversely, I suggest that you also remember this. I come out. I go up. अभी एक बार check. I hope you see that.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So that is half-life. Now, chemistry માં કઈ તમારે mean lifetime આવે? આ તો ચાલી જ ગયું હશે. He said that he has taught this. So I'm leaving it based on what he said, right? Okay. વાંધો નહીં તો પૂછ્યું જ. So that is half-life. Now, this relation should go here because it's an important relation. This is telling you the relation between half-life time and decay constant. Right? This clearly shows that if half-life time is, if decay constant is more, then half-life time is going to be less. एकदम सिंपल लैंग्वेज में half-life time નો मीनिंग એવો થાય કે કેટલા ટાઈમ માં અડધું થઈ. ઓકે કેટલા ટાઈમ માં અડધું થઈ. સપોઝ યુ સ્ટાર્ટ વિથ લેટ્સ સે 100 ગ્રામ uranium. Okay, then in how much time from 100 gram uranium it would become 50 gram uranium and 50 gram something else. Okay, right? The uranium 100 gram was એમાંથી 50 gram થઈ ગયું. So how much time does this take? That is called half lifetime of uranium. Make sense?
Yes.
પછી પાછું એ જ ટાઈમમાં એ 25 થઈ જાય. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
This time and this time will be same. Okay? Right. So based on this idea, we can write one more relation which is extremely easy to use. Any competition. કેમ ખબર છે આમાં e raised to ને આવી. I know you don't like powers and handling log and all that. એના કરતા એક બીજી method. So instead of using this relation, we can use another relation that makes calculations quite simple. Okay, so what's that relation? I'm going to erase this part. Is it done?
Yes.
Okay. So you would say that a charge given at t equal to 0, n is n0, right? And અહીંયા લખો undecayed percentage and અહીંયા decayed percent. Okay. This is time. Okay. This is undecayed nuclei. Any questions about first line? समझे क्यों first line? At starting, n is n0 and number of nuclei is 100% undecayed. समझे 100% undecayed and 0% decayed, obviously. So at time t equal to 1 t half, that is at first half time. समझे at first half life t equal to 1 t. So एक बार half થઈ જશે. Do you understand what I'm saying? How many of you got this? Half lifetime no meaning to કેટલા ટાઈમ માં half થઈ જાય? So after one half lifetime it would have become half of initial. કે પહેલા સ્ટાર્ટિંગ માં હતું n0 એનાથી half થઈ. Right? So here decayed undecayed percent is 50%. Why 50%?
Half.
Half. 100% તો એમાંથી half decay થઈ ગયું અને half undecayed. તો અહીંયા 50 આવશે. Is that okay? Right? Then second, after second half, so now t is equal to 2t. So after t equal to 2t, so j એકવાર half થઈ જશે. Make sense?
Yes.
Right? Gets half, gets half. So this is going to be n equal to n0 by 4. But let's write it like this: n0 upon 2 raised to 2. દર વખતે half થાય. So upon 2, પાછો upon 2, પાછો upon 2. So upon 2 raised to 2. Here, what this would mean, listen to this carefully. Compared to initial now, from 50% it would remain half only. That is undecayed is now going to be 25. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes or
75.
Okay? Yeah, don't make the stupid mistake of writing 25%. It will be 75. Got it?
Yes.
પછી third માં તો તમે predict કરી જ નાખશો, I'm sure. For t is equal to 3t half, you get n equal to n0 upon
2 raised to 3.
8. That is 2q. Got it? તો બસ હવે જનરલ પેટર્ન તો તમને બધાને ખબર પડી ગઈ. Okay, and here you will get 87.5. So what's the general pattern? It's that after t equal to n half life, n t half, so n half. Okay, so you can write it in words also. After n half life,
2 raised to n.
n will become equal to n0 divided by 2 raised to n. Okay, right? And here also if you want to write, this is going to be 100 divided by 2 raised to n percent. આ તો બહુ ફાલતુ છે. આવડી જાય તો આમાં કઈ સવાલ જ નથી. બરાબર ને? And that one is 100 minus. Okay, એટલે લખવું હોય તો અહીંયા લખી દો 100 minus 100 upon 2 raised to n percent. So this is the term. Now I really recommend that you remember this. The last formula they yaad rakho. Okay, it will help. Again, what is n here? The half-life spark. So put it over here. Right? That n equal to n0 upon 2 raised to 8 after n half-lives. અને આના જેવું જ રિલેશન હું બીજી વાર નહીં સમજાવું. I is equal to I0 by 2 raised to 8 after n half-lives. કેમ સેમ રિલેશન આવે? કારણ કે ઇક્વેશન સેમ નથી. આ બે જો everything is same, isn't it? તો પછી એના જેવું જ આવે ને આગળ. Math doesn't differentiate between I and n. Okay. So these are relations. હજી આવા બે આવશે. Okay. મોટું થતું જાય ને લીધું એટલે પ્રોબ્લેમ યાદ થાય પછી ખબર ન પડે કે આમ કરીએ કે આમ કરીએ કે આમ. But calculation is very easy, let me tell you that. Okay. Now we are going over to mean lifetime. Okay. Symbol T. Okay, mean lifetime has symbol T. Now, what is meaning of mean? Mean means average. Okay. So suppose આપણે find કરવું હોય કે what is the average age of the students in this classroom? So what will we do? We take 1, we find his age, then we'll add age of next person, add, and then divide by the total. Right? So we have the same kind of thing here. If you remember in chapter AC, we also found one method to find average of some function f. Integration f dt upon integration dt. I hope so. Right? From some time t1 to some time t2. Right? And we also found a few averages within that. So everything here karo. Right? But this time we have to find average of lifetime. Life at કેટલો time live. For how much time does it survive? Any average time. So, બહુ ક્લિયરલી કહું છું. કોન્સેપ્ટ થોડો weird છે. કદાચ તમારે ન જાણો હોય તો કઈ વાંધો નહીં, સુઈ જાઓ. Okay, wake up after 5 minutes. Probably the formula will be there. Right? Book માં કઈ derivation આપ્યું નથી. Okay. So, how does this work? Suppose you consider that let at time t equal to t. Number of nuclei is n. Right? Then if we allow a small time to pass. Let's say we allow a small time to pass. Hello, small time t. Then the number of undecayed nuclei will become n minus dn. Why minus? થોડા ઓછા થઈ જાય ને વધી ન જાય. Everybody clear about that?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. So ultimately, based on these two, we can say that dn nuclei survive for time t survive from time t equal to 0 to t equal to t. What do I mean by that? From the start, right? From the start, these nuclei survive till t equal to t. And when it comes to t equal to t, mar gaya. It's like, let's say you start with 100 balloons, right? Let's say you start with 100 balloons at t equal to 0, right? And at t equal to 1 hour, you have let's say 98 balloons, and at t equal to 2 hours, let's say you have 95 balloons. Then wouldn't you say that these 3 balloons would complete 1 hour of life successfully? Yes or no? કેમ અહીંયા સુધી તો એ હતા જ ને. Agreed? They definitely completed one hour. Of course, they would have completed more also. But that's what we are doing. We are not taking a big time interval. We are taking infinitesimal, D. Okay? એટલે કોઈને એવો ક્વેશ્ચન ન થાય કે સર એક્ઝેક્ટ 1 hour નહીં હોય. Probably 1 hour and 20 minutes. Probably 1 hour and 30 minutes. એવું કોઈ પોસિબિલિટી નથી because we are taking infinitesimal. એટલે આ બે વચ્ચેનો ગેપ જ infinitesimal. So you could say that lifetime of these nuclei is what? T. બરાબર ને? Lifetime of these nuclei is T. They survive from 0 to T. એટલે T times G1. Okay, that's what we are saying. They survive for a time T. તો બસ હવે આની જે એવરેજ કરો. So you could say therefore average lifetime is integration T dn upon integration d. આ શું છે? આ કઈ નથી. સિગ્મા fi xi upon સિગ્મા fi નંબર. તમે એ રીતે કરતા હતા 10th માં frequency આપ્યો હોય, so there are numbers, right? આ ક્લાસમાં આટલા, આ ક્લાસમાં આટલા, આ ક્લાસમાં આટલા. એવી રીતે t લાઈફ વાળા કેટલા? dn. કેમ dn આટલા મરી ગયા ને? Make sense?
Yeah.
t લાઈફ વાળા કેટલા છે? dn. So if you do addition of t dn, that's like you are finding sigma fi. And then when you divide it by the total number, તો શું થાય? Upon sigma n or sorry sigma fi. એવું થઈ ગયું ને? Clear? So this is what our answer is going to be of average life or mean life. Acha, from what to what? N છે ને? Do you see this is integration of n dn.
And 0 to 1.
હા, બરાબર? So starting all the way from n0 to 0. પહેલેથી છેલ્લે સુધી લેવું પડશે ને? Starting all the way from n0 to 0. Right? આ લિમિટ્સ કોની છે ખબર છે? n ની છે. Don't get confused. Okay, these are limits of n. હવે આનું ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન કરો. If you have written this sentence, I'm going to erase this part. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, therefore t is equal to average lifetime t is equal to integration. Numerator, so barabar, denominator is clearly going to be minus n. Agreed with that? n0, sorry. Denominator is going to be minus n0. Happy with that? Sure? Okay. Now in numerator, we have integration and on the side one. Okay, over here. From n equal to n0 to n equal to 0. T at dn. Now you can't do integration of dn. It creates a problem. And આપણી પાસે એવી કોઈ formula નથી. So what we do is we will rather convert dn to dt. We will rather convert dn to dt. Right? So how to do that? Substitution તો આવે છે તમારે? આવે જ ને? કેવી રીતે થાય? Instead of dn, you could write you can write n0 into minus lambda e raised to minus lambda t into dt. Is this fine? No ખબર પડી હોય તો આમ લો.
Differentiation.
હા. તો dn ની આપણે આ વેલ્યુ મૂકીશું. શું થઈ જાય? So instead of dn I can write n0 minus lambda e raised to minus lambda t. But if I do that, our limits આવી ન ચાલે. બરાબર ને? So when n is n0, I should have t is 0. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
And when n is 0, એટલે સાવ ખાલી થઈ જાય.
T is T.
t is infinite. ધીરે ધીરે ઓછા થતા જાય 100 માંથી 50, 50 માંથી 25, 25 માંથી 6.25, like that it will continue. So ultimately when n becomes 0, here you are going to get t is equal to infinity. સમજાણું? It will take long time, right? Okay, so that's what we have converted, right? હવે કઈ કેન્સલ થાય છે, શું કેન્સલ થઈ ગયું? so t is equal to minus 1 by n0 n0 cancel, this minus sign cancel, lambda outside, કેટલું બધું બહાર નીકળ્યું. integration from 0 to infinity, કોનું integration? કયો રૂલ યાદ આવે તમને? integration by part size, બરાબર થશે ને? okay, so you should differentiate t and integrate the other one, સાચું? તો શું થઈ ગયું? t is equal to lambda 0 to infinity. થોડી માર્ક પર જરાક રેમ રાખજો, હું કઈ બહુ રોજ રોજ આવું ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન કરતો નથી. okay, if I make a mistake, please point it. so here first of all you should just write t like that. પોલાર ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન કરવાનું એટલે e raised to minus lambda t divided by lambda minus lambda. okay, so this is the first term, and then we have to put 0 to infinity, then we put a minus sign and on differentiation we will on integration to integrate. okay, આવું જાય ને? એવું નહીં આવે. t is differentiation 1, ઓલાનું ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન કરીને પાછું હજી એકવાર ઇન્ટિગ્રેટ, બરાબર ને? so this will become lambda. તમને સમજાઈ ગયું ના બુકમાં કેમ નહીં આપ્યું હોય? બાયોલોજી વાળાને શું હાલત થાય? okay, okay, so here we get, let's put infinity first one. okay, let's put infinity. so e raised to minus infinity, અહીંયા છે ને લિમિટ્સ યુઝ કરવી પડે. જો અહીંયા બહુ જોરદાર વસ્તુ છે. e upon e raised to lambda t થાય. forget this minus lambda, right? okay, e તો બેમાં કોમન જ છે, you can actually put it outside and cancel it with this when required. again e upon e raised to lambda t. if you put infinity, this will become infinity upon infinity form. પણ કદાચ તમને ખબર હશે કે લિમિટ x tends to infinite, x upon e raised to x is 0. ખબર છે? you can use L'Hopital's rule, I'm sure you have studied that.
Yes.
so કરો તો 1 upon infinite રહી જાય ને, તો 1 upon infinite is 0. તો આ ઇન્ફિનિટી મૂકશો ને ત્યારે આ 0. અગ્રીડ. માઇનસ, હવે લોઅર લિમિટ મૂકવાની. હવે 0 મૂકો તો 0 into anything તો એ 0. આ ટર્મ મૂકે કોમન. હવે ઓલી okay, we have already put minus lambda. હવે આ માઈનસ એ અહીંયા ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન કરો એટલે પ્લસ e raised to minus lambda t upon lambda. clear? clear not clear?
Yes.
okay, now we are going to put the limits. okay, infinity મૂકો તો e raised to minus infinity. what is e raised to minus infinity? what is e raised to minus 0? 0. okay, તો બહાર શું છે? -1 છે અને ઓલા બરાબર upon minus lambda, numerator માં 0 minus. now we will put t equal to 0. e raised to 0 1. okay, what's that? 1. okay, that's right. એટલે મેં પૂછ્યું એ પહેલા તે આન્સર આપી દીધો એટલે મને એમ થયું કે શું કહેજો. so 1, that's right. so here we get this minus 1. is that okay? right? તો અરે નેગેટિવ આન્સર આવ્યો? ના 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 બરાબર, આ માઈનસ નથી. મને એમ થયું માઈનસ નેગેટિવ આન્સર થોડો આવે. ઓકે, સો યુ ગેટ ધીસ એઝ 1 upon કેવું હતું ને કેવું હતું? Got it? This is mean lifetimes formula or average lifetime formula. આપણે આ લિસ્ટમાં નાખી દો. t is equal to 1 upon lambda. બરાબર? Again, what is capital T? Average lifetime or mean lifetime. બરાબર? Okay, fine. So I'm going to stop over here. હવે એટલું તમે યાદ રાખીને આવજો. બરાબર? કાલે આના કાઉન્ટ આપણે કરો. Right? Goodbye.